Today, you will learn why establishing a relationship with God can bring you true happiness, success, and eternal life. And also, why there is no point in paying attention to economics and politics. When looking for a job or starting a business, entering into relationships, participating in political and social life, each of us hopes that this will bring us happiness. Maybe we don't realize it when we do all these things, but that's how it is. Because if we didn't subconsciously believe in it, then we would simply stop and not work, not start a family, not make friends with different people, and would not want to learn and do something new. The whole world would simply stop. Most people think this way. Okay, I don't have this. If I get it, then my life will get better and I will become happier. And they throw all their strengths into achieving this goal. For example, a person sees that he doesn't have his own home, and it seems to him that when he can earn money for it, then he will definitely be happy. But as we see, this doesn't happen. Few people can pay for a house in one payment. So a person takes out a mortgage and falls into debt bondage. Yes, he moves into his new, beautiful house and is very happy for some time. But after a while, he quickly gets used to it, and instead of happiness, a life full of anxiety comes to him. Because in fact, the house doesn't belong to him yet, but the debt and the monthly payment for it completely belong to him. Sacrificing rest and his personal time, a person begins to work even more and worries about how he would not lose his job or find a job where he could earn more. And our hero is forced to live in such an unpleasant situation for several decades. And over time, the house becomes so familiar that it no longer brings any emotions. Not understanding that there is no happiness in our material world and it's not achieved by buying new things, a person thinks that the whole problem is in the old house. But if he buys a house that is larger, more beautiful, and in a better area, then he will definitely be happy. But this will not happen. Because when he fulfills his new dream, the whole situation will repeat itself again. And he will again lack something to feel completely satisfied. But the time of his life is running out very quickly. And he still doesn't understand what the real problem of our world is and why no one here will ever be truly happy. This situation with the house can be extrapolated to all spheres of our life. Business, work, relationships, friends, cars, vacations, and everything in general. We will always and everywhere lack something for complete happiness. This happens because we live in a temporary world consisting of material energy of God, which is completely different from us and alien to us. And we, as souls, belong to God's spiritual energy. That's why we can never become truly happy only by contacting with material objects and people absorbed in material thoughts. Participating in the political life of the country and voting for a particular candidate or party, many people sincerely believe that this will improve their lives. But as we see, the political leadership changes, but the lives of people not only do not improve, but often become even worse. Each of us must understand that our standard of living and all the material things that people already have and dream of getting in the future do not depend on the laws adopted by the state, but on how we follow the laws that God has established. Because we all live here temporarily and use what He created, and God rewards everyone justly, depending on what actions we perform, good or bad. That is why someone becomes president of a country or the owner of a giant company, and someone barely makes ends meet. If we really want to know what true happiness is and want to live a prosperous life, then we must focus all our efforts not even on religion, but specifically on knowing God. Because the end goal of any religion and all religious rituals is for us to know God and revive our forgotten love for Him. Therefore, there is no point in taking the long way and engaging in religious ritualism. But you need to choose a short way. All you need to do is simply surrender yourself to God. Be confident that He knows much better than us how to lead us to happiness. Start and do not stop learning about Him, and not sin intentionally. That's all. You might ask, what does God have to do with happiness? The most direct. Because God is your creator, the creator of this world and everything that people so dream of acquiring and enjoying. God is the source of material and spiritual happiness, as well as absolutely all pleasures. By trusting God, your true Father, you can be completely sure that He will give you not temporary material happiness, which most people strive for, and which in essence is not even happiness, but true spiritual happiness, bliss and inner peace, which cannot be overshadowed by any problems of our world. And when your time comes, you will achieve eternal life and return home to God, to the eternal spiritual world, and never be born again in this temporary, full of suffering place. And if you have any questions, I will be happy to answer them.